So hello and welcome to the video. Today I'm going to talk about the merits and demerits of booking via BA Holidays. Booking a holiday, even if you just need the flight, might end up being a smart thing to do. And if you do need a car and or a hotel, then you might save a considerable amount of money. But before I get into that, can I firstly say a big thank you to everyone who has commented on any of my videos. I read all of them and try and reply to all of them, and I'm always grateful for the feedback, positive or negative. This very video was accelerated into production based on a comment I received a few weeks back. Thanks also to everyone who's liked my videos. I've had over 1,700 likes across the 40 videos I've uploaded, with about a 99% positivity rate. YouTube uses those numbers to determine which videos positively engage viewers, then push videos that positively engage viewers to a wider audience, which helps to grow the channel. So drop this video a like, it would really help me out. And finally, about 73% of you viewing this video are not subscribed to my channel. So it would be great if you could subscribe and turn the notification bell on so YouTube will notify you about my future videos. There's no charge for subscribing. So that's a convoluted way of inviting you to like, subscribe and comment on this video. And as we've got all of that out of the way nice and early, let's get into today's topic. Stick around.
Hi, I'm Matt. Over the last 25 years, I've travelled a lot. I've lived in 5 countries on 4 continents. I've flown over 1.3 million miles. I've visited over 100 countries, every American state, but I'm nowhere near done. So hit subscribe and perhaps you'll pick up some hacks, hints and tips to make your next trip better.
So why would you book through BA Holidays? The first reason is the best reason to do anything in my book, which is to save money. Booking a flight packaged with a hotel and or a car can yield significant savings. So an example. Flying to Miami in November in business class on British Airways costs £1,848 per person. That's the price for booking directly with BA, and I couldn't find that fare any cheaper anywhere else. If you then went to the Intercontinental Hotels website to book their landmark hotel in Miami, that would cost you £1,758 for 6 nights. Ouch, that's £293 per night. Not that you would probably want to stay at the Intercontinental Hotel in Miami, but I picked it because I've stayed there a few times back when I used to work for that group. BA Holidays may not offer as broad a range of properties as some others, so if you have a specific property in mind, you might be disappointed. But if you're a little bit more open, I'm sure you'll be able to find something that suits your needs. That price is the same as you'll find on Expedia and Hotels.com, proving once again that these days booking through third parties rarely delivers savings versus booking with a hotel or airline directly. Expedia and Hotels.com have the same pricing because Expedia owns Hotels.com. But if you book the same hotel and flights through BA Holidays, it will cost you £4,420 for 2 people, which is a £1,022 saving, a very pleasant 19% off. The same trip only travelling in economy class when booked through BA Holidays would cost £1,652. As you'll be paying $1,758 for the hotel on its own, you'd effectively be getting the flights for free. I spent a little bit of time trying to reverse engineer this. The economy flights cost £718, so the hotel is being added for £934 compared to the £724 that's being added when you fly in business class. BA is likely to be paying Intercontinental the same regardless of the class of travel that their customers are flying, so this does suggest that the underlying fare does get discounted as part of this process. I also looked at adding a car to the booking, and I'll spare you the details, but I was able to add a car for significantly less than the cost of hiring a car separately. There are reports that by adding a car, even for as little as a day, you can reduce the package price below the cost of the flight on its own. Logic dictates that this shouldn't happen, and I wasn't able to find an example of this when preparing for this video. But I've seen it referred to enough times online that I do believe it can happen. Remember, you don't actually need to pick up a car or stay in the hotel you've booked to get that better pricing. So the conclusion here is that if you're travelling somewhere, you want to travel on BA, and you will need a hotel or a car for at least part of your trip, you will almost certainly generate savings by booking through BA Holidays than by booking the elements separately. And if you don't need a hotel or a car, take a look anyway, because you might find the cost reduces when you add extras, even if you don't then actually use them. So like, comment and subscribe. Oh wait, I already did that, sorry. So if saving money isn't enough for you, there are other benefits from booking via BA Holidays. The first one, and it's a big one, is that you will only need to pay a deposit when you make a booking, with the full payment only being due 3 weeks before travel. Flights and many hotels that you book through third parties will require full payment at the time of booking. So even if you add a few quid to the cost of your trip by turning it into a holiday, you will yield significant cash flow benefits from doing so. The amount of that deposit will vary depending on the number of people travelling and the total cost of the package, but it starts at £75 per person, and that £4,400 trip to Miami required a deposit of £500. You will obviously then have to remember to pay the final deposit, but BA will nudge you. And the final payment used to be due 5 weeks before travel, but it reduced to 3 weeks because of the you-know-what. Depending on when you watch this video, that final payment may have been moved back to 5 weeks before departure, but even so, the cash flow benefits are clear. Another important benefit of making a holiday booking is that you will earn bonus avios. The earning rate is currently 1 avio per pound spent, in addition to the avios you'll earn on the flights and any avios you may earn through making the booking via a credit card. Be aware that BA will occasionally offer bonus avios for holiday bookings, which will sweeten the deal even further. That Miami booking would yield a bonus 4,420 avios, which, based on the newly cemented conversion rate to Nectar points, guarantees you at least a £35 value. But they could be worth a lot more if you use them shrewdly through BA. Check out my videos on the BA Executive Club if you want to learn more about what you can do here. One negative of a BA holiday though is that you probably won't earn loyalty points from the hotel or car hire company that you are using. The booking will have been made by a third party, and that usually disqualifies points earning in those schemes. One final positive about BA holidays is that they're not limited to just BA flights and BA destinations. You can also book holidays to destinations served by One World partners, such as this example here to Phuket. Which brings us to the negatives. The first, with my tongue slightly in my cheek, is that you'll have to fight your way through BA's IT to make a booking. This is notoriously awful and will offer you a variety of different ways to make a booking, each of which will have a different look and feel. But seriously, if something odd happens when you're looking at options, it's probably the website's fault, not yours. But more seriously, issues can arise with a holiday booking when you need to change something. A holiday is a serious commitment, certainly in financial terms, but also in terms of booking time off work, taking your kids out of school, etc, etc, etc. So needing to change a big holiday booking should be a relatively rare occurrence. A change or a cancellation triggered by a major event such as a bereavement or an illness should be covered by your travel insurance. So these downsides may be of limited significance to those whose plans rarely change after booking, but it is still worth being aware of them. If you do need to make a change, the first concern will be the customer service. The BA holiday team is notoriously difficult to get hold of. There's no gold or gold guest list hotline for holiday bookings. And although I've never actually had to call them, there are multiple reports of lengthy hold times before you get through. The service is reportedly pretty good when you do get through, but you may have to be patient. The biggest issue though is the lack of flexibility when trying to make changes. This is a tricky subject for me to talk about because I've never actually had first-hand experience of changing a holiday booking, and restrictions on changes have loosened recently as a result of the you-know-what. So it's tricky to be too precise here because the rules may have changed again by the time you watch this. Currently, changes can be made without a fee being levied although they are subject to repricing. This can be very painful, particularly if you booked shrewdly and got a very good deal. There are also reports of only being able to shift a holiday by 14 days, which would be a real pain. Unless, of course, you have the patience to cling to a booking by repeatedly shunting it by 13-day increments until you get it where you need it to be. So turning a negative into a positive, if you need to make a change before the final payment is due, and so you have only committed a relatively small deposit to your booking, you may find yourselves quite happy to have made a holiday booking rather than a flight booking, as you'll lose less or you'll end up with less cash tied up in a future travel voucher. And one more positive to end on. By booking as a holiday, you'll be covered by the atoll guarantee for package holidays, which won't apply if you buy the holiday elements separately. This will give you some protection in the event that British Airways goes bankrupt before you get to take your trip. But if things get so bad that British Airways goes bust, we'll all probably have bigger things to worry about. So there you go, some of the pros and cons of booking a trip via BA Holidays. There's lots more I could add, although the extra points are all a bit niche and this video is probably long enough. I regularly book my trips through BA Holidays these days, as for me the benefits greatly outweigh the risks, and I would suggest the same will be true for many of you watching. I would certainly encourage you to at least take a look next time you're planning a trip. So thanks for watching, like, subscribe and comment, couldn't resist adding it one more time, and I'll see you all again next time. Goodbye.